Reddit threads that make you rethink life. I, 21 male, with my mom. I try to make this short, but no room for it. No room for it. Ain't no way you can make this short, boo. First, we are some redneck family in the South. Normal middle-class suburban situation. My parents are together, but my dad works a lot and has been traveling again after again, taking a few months off because of the virus. I'm on college, but taking classes remotely. Basically, when this whole thing started, I moved out of apartment and moved back home to save money. My mom is pretty laid back. She was a cool mom who would let me and my sister get away with stuff, drinking, parties, that sort of stuff, but she never flirted or anything with me. Over the summer, we would hang out by the pool, drink, whatever. It was pretty dull. When dad started working again, me and her would hang out sometimes. Talk about random shit. It wasn't anything unusual. Eventually, she asked me about my dating life in college, and she talked about her experiences some. Just talking though. We binge watched Euphoria, which is not a show you should watch with your mom, for the record. She had all kinds of questions about how realistic it was and how kids acted. I ended up confessing to her that I had a few bi experiences with some other guy. Wait, hold on. Because I'm confused on which direction this is actually going. Because one moment you just told your mom that you're bi. You're basically bi. And now we're gonna go in another direction. But let's too much going on in this story. We were drinking the whole time, so I guess that helped me to open up. She told me she'd done the same in college and that she thinks we have a lot of common, both open-minded, free spirits, and that sort of stuff. Babe, I know in the beginning you mentioned that you are not that type of redneck, but baby, I think you are. I think you are. Because what do you mean both open-minded, free spirits? Only time, free spirits. My dad was usually in the bed during this. He gets up early for work, so we had a lot of alone time. Then we started traveling for work again, and then we had tons of alone time. When the temp started to drop at night, we would do wine in the hot tub and sometimes put on a show or movie on the projector. Eventually, she started sitting closer and snuggling against me, that sort of stuff. It was a lot to take in, but I was tipsy and her just being on my lap. Hold on, you just missed a whole crucial moment. You just said she was getting closer. How did your mother end up on your lap? Like I said, honky tonk. Like this makes no sense. She said how lonely she was and that she and dad didn't have any more, and she thinks he's cheating on her during his business trips. That was about 2 weeks ago. Since then, things have been really weird. To make matters more complicated, when I was in her bathroom, I saw that she had a bunch of different... When I Googled them, it says they're...
I beg you, please.
Okay, first of all, at what point did y'all do that? I don't see that anywhere in the story. But regardless, you didn't have to. You're weird. No offense, I'm sorry. Next story. Hooked up with a thick girl from a concert and my small D ruined everything. That'll do it. I was 19 in college, went to a concert alone, saw this really hot thick girl. We danced, talked, had fun. After the 30 minutes, she said, let's leave and get a room. We went to a hotel nearby, started kissing, clothes came off, we made out for 15-20 minutes. Then she put my pants down. My is only about 3 inches. Well, she looked disappointed for a second, but then didn't say anything mean. She put up on me and got on her knees. I tried to put it in, but her and thighs were so big and thick that it wouldn't go inside properly. Just take that L, King. That's a forever L you gotta take. That is a forever, permanent, no expiration date L you gonna have to take, love. I paid a fortune teller to potentially lie to my now wife that we are perfectly compatible. men. My man told me, first of all, I'm spiritual. So don't play with me like that. You can't play with me. I'm spiritual. I believe in the stars, astrology, and all that. And you're going to take me to a fortune teller and lie? I'm white. Now husband to an Asian girl. I'm already disappointed and I don't even want to read deeper, honestly. Both she and her family are superstitious and they told her that she has to see if we are an astrological match based on Chinese astrology. I'm a person that is very rational and doesn't like to leave things to chance. We had already been dating for a year and things were getting serious when the topic came up. By that time, I was already deeply emotionally invested in this relationship. And when I began to realize that for her, the astrological match was a potential deal breaker, I panicked and knew I could not just gamble on it, working or not. So I told her we would go to Chinatown to see a fortune teller. Boom, boom. That day, I secretly went to Chinatown, met a fortune teller with a good reputation, paid her $400. Now, how the fuck do this fortune teller got a good representation and took your $400? And took your $400. Who is this fortune teller? She don't got no good reputation. And already by the story, none of y'all do. The day before, I secretly went to Chinatown, met a fortune teller with a good reputation, and paid her $400 to tell me, my now wife, that our astrology and whatnot is perfectly compatible. The next day, we went to the said fortune teller, and she did as I asked, even printed out some report sheet that details why we are such a good match. You know what? I'm lost for words, honestly. I'm lost for words. The girl got a good, the fortune teller got a good history, a good reputation, and she went as far as printing out documents to persuade your girlfriend even more. Both of y'all are sick. Sick. Next, tonsil stones and no, not like a fetish. It happened 3 times with me and my husband, and I asked him to choke me. Well, he ended up squeezing a tonsil stone out 3 separate occasions. You need to go to the hospital. You need to take you to the hospital. Matter of fact, if you are not treating your tonsil stones at this point, and you know that they're tonsil stones, you either got bad hygiene, you're depressed, or you one of them that don't give a... This is out of... That's about it. Before, I only had 2 tonsil stones come out randomly. Baby girl, you're sick. Okay, let's start there. You're sick. Your hygiene is at an all-time low. Your gas tank is on E. All right? Let's not ignore that you are having constant, consistent tonsil stones leaking out your mouth, and you have the nerve to be going out here trying to hunch on somebody. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. Next. I, male 18, found all my moms, female 38, on my iPad. My mom's iCloud is synced with my iPad, so all her photos are on it too without her realizing. She's single, so I guess she still takes these inappropriate pictures, but there are so many I just discovered on my iPad. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? You know what? Matter of fact, 1 second. Here's a referral to the psych ward. Take this to the nearest psych ward and tell them I sent you, because this is sick. Because the fact that you even sitting here questioning it Blows my mind. Talking about what should I do with them? What are the options? There should be no other options. Delete them and tell your mama. I'm done.